You want to talk about a 2030 Doomsday Report? Here it is. I've said for a while, even before the Will Smith situation, I said for a while, by the year 2030, there's going to be no more nice guys, unfortunately. And I've been trying to tell, especially the ladies, that you got to get a dude now if you can, because past 2030, I don't know what's going to be of. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe things will resemble kind of like the Book of Eli and whatnot, and I kind of joke about that. Maybe it's not going to be to that extreme, but it's going to be similar in terms of the circumstances, not necessarily it being just like the nation destroyed. It's gonna be similar circumstances to that. So I want to watch this. I want you to watch this video just to kind of hammer home the point real quick.
Last breakup, was it your fault or theirs?
Theirs, because they're boring me.
They were boring you.
So this is actually quite common. Most of the breakups you always hear about, you always hear the same thing. They're abusive, they're narcissistic, they're controlling, blah, 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 blah. But most of the time, it's that. They just won't say it. But now with social media, now with the TikTok and Instagram, they're literally telling you, like I remember I saw another video where basically it was a girl admitting that the guy ticked all the boxes, it's just the guy was short. And she's like, I can't date no short dude. Basically, it was just like, she was just so adamant about it. I think I have that video still saved under my bookmarks. And I might show that real quick, but basically dudes are literally looking at this, they're like, bruh. you know what I'm saying? So let's continue.
Yeah. What made them boring?
You know when they're just like really nice all the time and they just do whatever you want?
So like a yes man?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Was he supportive?
Yeah.
And he was there for you?
Yeah.
Was he loyal?
Yeah.
Isn't that what matters?
Yeah, but I don't want to be bored in a relationship.
You don't want to be bored?
I'm not fully into it.
Any other questions, guys? Why I believe the way that I do? The word is getting out, man. I mean, the word is getting out. I mean, what can I do? We don't even have to say this stuff anymore. They're telling you. So when I say certain things, when I'll make a statement, I don't want to hear the backlash. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hear that backlash stuff. I'm not trying to hear I'm insecure or whatnot, and and all this. That's, dude, because people are seeing this, and the girls can't say, where are you finding these women anymore? They can't say that. They just can't. They can't hide behind that shit anymore. And now everything is explaining itself. Everything is explaining itself. A lot of these things that you see, it's right in front of you. You just didn't want to. I remember Corey Holcomb was talking to Rizza Islam on Mr. Zoe Williams show, and he said so. He said some cold-hearted shit to him. He said, look, brother Rizza, I respect you, and I know you don't believe the world is it what it's showing you, but trust me, it is. Basically something like that. I'm kind of messing it up. Basically, he's saying the world is exactly what it's showing you. Don't trick yourself into thinking it's not that bad. It is that bad. And it's just a matter of accepting it and just learning how to work around it. And I think that's unfortunately a lot of dudes, especially when it comes to dealing with average women today. It's not like women have changed. It's just now it's everything about them is more upfront. You know what I mean? They're not practicing the tact that they would practice in the past, and it doesn't help, with the feminists giving them like just terrible advice on life, in general. There are way too many older women. Like I heard like one older woman, she was like 47, saying, I'm going to freeze my eggs now. It's like, that's something you should have done more than 20 years ago. You're 47. Like, I was like, what advice are you getting? Where are you getting this stuff from? Like, you can't beat science, but you know what I mean? That's what kind of delusion you're dealing with, especially nowadays. Compounded on the fact that they can afford to do it like that, to think that way. And on top of that, the companies are just trying to make an extra buck off them. So they're going to keep pushing that bullshit. So it's something. By 2030, dudes is just gonna be like, why? Because it's already happening. You see how like the marriage rates are plummeting. Like rings, jewelry stores are going out of business. Bridal dresses stores are going out of business. It's right in front of you guys. It's right in front. I told you by 2030, it might be sooner than that. I even like, and what's crazy is I remember when I said by 2030 there'll be no more nice guys. It was crazy. It was like I think like a month or 2 months later. I remember after Will Smith smacked Chris Rock and him having to go to get like therapy or whatever. I remember Corey Holcomb was literally like he literally mirrored what I was saying. That just shows you that the confirmation is around. Everybody can see it. Basically, Corey Holcomb said, in the future, it's just gonna be like guys are not even gonna be looking to go out with girls. They're just gonna want some sex out of them and just get away from them as fast as they can. And that's basically what I'm saying. That's basically what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Unfortunately, it's right in, like I always said, it's right in front of you. And shout out to Jake Black that gave me this topic. And I don't really have to explain this in depth. I'm doing this episode because of him. Like straight up because of him. Because really most of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. I can show you countless videos. I don't have time to show you that video about that lady saying she doesn't want a short man because there's like a million videos like that. And then it's pointless for me to point out the hypocrisy of saying there's no good men out there, and what she means is there's no men that I like that'll obey me. That's really what she's saying. So that's just another way of saying that. So there's no point of me going through all these videos. It's just like there's people also, they send me a lot of topics and I'll be like, I've seen that before. I only cover certain topics where I know is gonna hit certain buttons. It's not even about the views for a lot of it. It's just I know there's certain topics that need to be addressed. Like this one needs to be addressed, but I'm not going to show all the videos, all the skits and whatnot to and repeat Kevin Samuels talking points. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to give you the real and what it really is out here. So shout out to Jake Black for this topic, and I think he sent me a couple more ideas on that. So stay tuned for that.